The first annual Book of Love fundraiser for Singles Mixer is just around the corner. To share the details on the upcoming event, we welcome Matchmaker Jean-eva Dickie of Book of Love Canada to the show. Welcome.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much for being here. Okay, so talk to us a little bit about the mixer.
Well, I am so excited. Ever since I started business in 2018, I wanted to do a fundraiser.
Okay.
But as most small business owners over the last few years know, sometimes you're just paying the bills and maybe yourself a little, but this year has just been thriving for the Book of Love. So I'm like, it's time to give back. So basically, all proceeds are going to be going to the Halifax Sexual Health Center.
Okay.
We have an amazing sponsor, Dave Clark, that is opening up all the arcade games at Propeller Arcade. So they're all free all evening. It's ages 35 to 55. Women tickets, we have like 100 women on the wait list right now.
Okay.
We're hoping for those men to go grab their spots so we can bring the beautiful ladies off the wait list, but it's still 2 weeks out. So we see a lot of those tickets selling coming up here soon. But really, and we see like 3 to 7 couples coming out of each singles mixer, and this one being such a large one with 180 singles there.
Right.
We're hoping for like closer to like 10 couples.
Amazing.
Coming out of this event, yeah.
So definitely something you want to check out if you are looking for love.
Yeah.
Now we are talking about some dating trends.
Always.
Okay, so what is loud dating?
Okay, so loud dating is something that has come up a lot in my conversations lately, and this is when people in the early stage of dating, whether it's the early conversation or the first date, so very early, they want to find out people's political views, their thoughts on marriage and children, their exes and why they broke up, and they're trying to figure out everything about that person very, very early on, almost too early on. So that's what loud dating is.
Okay, is there a typical demographic that kind of participates in loud dating?
It's a great question, and I think we all can be slightly guilty of it, but I find that women in general typically love the loud dating trend because they like to filter as quickly as possible.
Right.
Yes.
Okay, so are there any benefits then to loud dating?
Well, there's a lot of great benefits, and that's why it is becoming a trend and becoming very popular, is that you can filter quickly and early so that we don't quote unquote waste anybody's time. But I always say dating is about wasting time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's part of the process.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's about getting to know somebody, getting to know their humanity and who they are. Sometimes you're going to waste people's time because there ends up not being a connection or a lack of compatibility. Why do we want to cut through the chase and just like end all that beautiful dating energy so early?
Right?
Yeah.
Do you find that, because I mean, not a lot of people meet in the wild anymore, as I like to say, whereas like that's kind of those early steps is you enjoying that dating, whereas with the apps, convenience, I guess.
Yes.
That's why we need all of those factors right away.
Such a good point, and you're right. It is a symptom of online dating and what it's doing to today's dating culture. Guaranteed, if a man approaches and talks to a woman and asks her out organically, very unlikely will she fast date him on the first date. But if she meets a stranger offline, the likelihood of fast dating on that first date is much more prevalent.
Interesting.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so something like this fundraiser singles mixer is a great place to actually meet in the wild.
Organically.
Yes.
Yes, see if that connection's there and then enjoy that date.
So how were you inspired for this specific fundraiser?
Well, honestly, I just love the arcade in general. Our sponsor has been supporting us forever, Dave Clark with Clark Mortgages, and his energy kind of brought in this mixer for sure. And then the Halifax Sexual Health Clinic has helped so many of my friends, and just as dating, that is so important, is to keep that type of health available, and for that to be available that you can go to at, especially with like the medical system in Nova Scotia right now, like to be able to go to a center like that where they specialize in that and having that handy to us is amazing. It's an amazing organization, and it didn't even hesitate that they were going to be the organization that gets all the funds from this fundraiser.
Amazing. Okay, well, we have linked the fundraiser to our website so you can go and get your tickets, and thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me.